A lot of things that you'll see on like the bottle and the tin is saying, take this and you're gonna be able to grow and be like this, but a lot of it isn't natural. You just don't know what you're putting in your body. But again, I'll say, like, if you have things like this where you're able to take Shilajit, you know it's naturally sourced. So you can take stuff like this and it will give you the fuel that you need, and you can just do it in the natural way. Deadlifting, squatting, they all give you your natural sources of testosterone, and eating the right foods can also boost your testosterone as well. What people need to think about is how it affects you long term. So taking these things that are not very natural, they normally do damage your body internally, which in the long run obviously isn't going to work for you, health-wise, training-wise, all of those things. Whereas if you're doing things naturally, just training naturally, eating the right foods, eating the natural foods, the longevity is there, and you'll be able to reach your goals if you're doing the right things.
Hey everyone, welcome to the podcast. I'm your host from GYMTIGER, where we're passionate about quality supplements and smarter fitness. Today I'm joined by Dereece, who's an expert in fitness and training. Thank you very much for joining us today, Dereece.
No worries, happy to be here.
Thank you very much. So let's jump straight in. What do you think is the biggest misconception men have about muscle building?
I think the first thing is they'll go in and they automatically think that lifting the heaviest weight in the room is going to mean you're going to get massive, or you're going to start off as just being huge. But you have to look at someone and think, how have they got to that point? You have to start from somewhere, start low, work on the form, progressive overload, which is obviously really important, and having certain things like Shilajit will help towards that because it can help with recovery, aids with strength as well. So yeah, especially those who haven't really started the gym, I feel like they just have to look at people and have a conversation about actually building up towards it rather than going straight into the heavy lifting.
Yeah, for sure. And Shilajit can help with that like energy boost that you need at the start of your fitness journey, and to really like give you that push.
Exactly.
Same way you can use caffeine for it as well.
Yeah, exactly. And to be honest, I feel like this is probably a better version because it's naturally sourced. It helps with the focus as well as giving you the energy.
Yeah, because it's the mind-muscle connection as well, right? It's not just like pushing and lifting weights.
Which is more important in my opinion.
Yeah. Interesting, man, interesting. So like in that vein, like how important is mindset compared to workout intensity to long-term fitness goals? Oh,
massively important. I feel like the saying mind over matter isn't just used loosely. I think if your mind's in the right place, you're able to achieve a lot more, especially in the long term. Whereas if you just turn up at the gym and do, I don't know, a quick session, really, really hard, but then you feel kind of demotivated because you're really tired, you're not seeing results, for example, they're disheartened and they feel like they don't really want to do it anymore. Whereas if you know in your head, okay, I'm in this for the long run, I'm going to be consistent, and you have your head in the right place and you know what you're doing and have those steps and a routine, it makes things a lot easier.
Can supplements really make a difference, or is it mostly training and diet?
I think training and diet is the main, the fundamental thing for training for the long run, but it doesn't mean that things like Shilajit can assist with the training and the consistent eating. They're the main fundamental things. But again, having the right supplements that work for you, again, like Shilajit, because it can assist with the recovery, the strength, the endurance, massively important whether you're training as a beginner, just training casually, or you're more dedicated to it, so you're training like an elite, it will still make a massive difference.
Interesting. So let's say we've got to tailor a workout for a busy professional who's like back to back, incredibly stressed, like they're working mad hours. How would you tailor that workout for someone that just has limited time?
So the key thing for that is being efficient with your time. And I feel like the best workouts for that would definitely be doing things like circuit training, because it's high intensity and you get that done in a short amount of time. So they will definitely be the best things to do because you can get those done in 20, 30 minutes. And again, taking the right supplements can help with that. Won't necessarily be the answer to all the problems because when you're working those kind of jobs and those kind of hours, that's normally what it is that brings you to have such little time.
Mm-hmm.
But using the right things, such as Shilajit, again, helps with the recovery. It makes a big difference, I like to think.
It can give you more energy as well when you feel like completely depleted. Like you can turn to like these energy boosting supplements, just give you that kick. Whether it's in the morning, you've got to get up an hour earlier before work or whatever, you have that extra energy. It can really help, can't it?
Yeah, exactly that. And it's better than, I think, in my opinion, you have things like coffee, but caffeine can drag you right down. But taking natural sources like this, the Shilajit, for example, can really help.
Brilliant. So what would you say are your top 3 exercises that everyone should master as like a baseline workout routine?
I would say exercises like deadlifting, because it's a great fundamental exercise. It's a postural exercise, getting pretty much all of the body engaged. You have your squats as well. Again, great fundamental exercise, all lower body, and it is a great natural booster for testosterone as well. And
squats are?
Yeah, only like and RDLs and deadlifts. Really good boosters for testosterone.
Yeah, I tried to do more and more squats in like recent years. I feel like it just definitely helps like core strength as well.
Yeah, exactly that, because you're engaging all of those core muscles. Don't skip leg days.
Yeah.
I'll definitely say that.
Easy to do that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone wants that big upper body, but you can't miss out on the legs.
Not many mirrors are like full length.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You
just see the top half.
That's it.
But getting onto the upper body, I would say as well, the pull-ups and chin-ups.
Yeah.
Amazing exercise, body weight exercise. You can do that pretty much anywhere. Won't necessarily need the gym to do it. That's the thing. That's the beauty of it. A lot of these things you won't necessarily need to be in the gym.
So how do you personally approach fat loss versus muscle gain? Because they kind of need to work symbiotically, don't they?
So it's all about the calories. I feel with wanting to lose the weight, you need to make sure that you are putting in the work, so you're training, but then you need to make sure that you're on a calorie deficit, which means you are burning more than what you're taking in, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're looking to put on muscle mass, you need to make sure you're having a calorie surplus, so you're taking in more than what you're burning. Ultimately, that helps with the strength and putting on the mass, which is what most people want to do. But then it just depends. Adding in the cardio as well, which also helps. It's about finding the right balance. Because if you do too much of one thing, something else always suffers.
Yeah.
But it has to cater to whatever works for the individual.
And so if you want a six-pack, it's about deficit, isn't it, basically?
Yeah, and this is a common thing as well. You can do the exercises, all these core ab exercises and all the crunches in the world that you want to do, but it's true, the saying is that the abs are made in the kitchen. Eat the right foods and there you go. It helps.
I love that. That's actually really going to help me, so thank you. So talking about exercises, what would you say is the most like overrated exercise you see today? We see them on Instagram and on social media, like people doing these mad different kind of exercises. What would you say is one that you've seen? I mean, maybe it doesn't even have a word, you could just like show me.
Oh, yeah, I think if you were to go online and you see things like do this and you have abs in 10 minutes, it doesn't work like that. You have to train consistently, and it can be, they'll say that you can do these exercises for a couple of weeks and then you'll notice like a physical difference, but it's just about making it consistent.
Yeah.
Doing all of these things is about putting in the work and being consistent with it. I always moan and talk about consistency because that's what it comes down to. It's always about being consistent, long term.
Yeah, so true, so true. It's taken me many, many years to like, not only build consistency, but actually see results just from doing it and doing it and doing it over and over again.
I will always say it will take 2 weeks to feel the difference, and then it will probably take another 2 weeks or 4 weeks to see the physical change with what you're doing. But if you just stay consistent, have your mind in the right place, then you see the results.
And so Dereece, what are the benefits of Shilajit?
So the main benefits I would say are energy. So if you're really tired, and most of us are working 9 to 5 jobs, you want to get to the gym, you're feeling slump, but then if you're able to take this, it will give you that boost that you need to be able to attack your sessions. It will also help with the strength as well. So you might notice after a couple of weeks, you're able to, you never know, PB in some of your reps, which may help. It also helps with cognitive thinking as well, cognitive thinking.
Focus.
Yeah, and focus, which will also help with just tuning in with the session, which also makes a massive difference because it's related to the mind, which I think is a massive thing. Okay, so
maybe you could show me something.
Yeah, I was going to say, so GYMTIGER actually do provide some Shilajit, as you can see here. Look, take it out.
Give it a smell.
Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, have a little smell of it. Ooh, all natural stuff there, guys. So all you have to do, scoop only a little bit. You don't want to do too much. Okay, about this much here, and you can mix it in your tea. If you're not a fan of tea, in your hot water. Okay, and if you'll notice, okay, if you take it consistently once a day, you'll start to see those results. You'll start to feel rejuvenated. So you'll start to notice you'll have more energy. You'll just feel better training altogether. So yeah,
it's good for recovery as well, isn't it?
Yes, which is more important than anything. That's where all the magic happens. Okay, yeah. So make sure you'll help you with the training and with the recovering. Like I say, that's where the magic happens. So for the next sessions after that, you'll start to feel good. So give it a week or 2 weeks, and then you should start seeing those results.
Great. And in terms of recovery, I know we can use Shilajit to help with recovery, and I guess part of recovery is kind of helping out with injuries you might have as well, letting those muscles, like the tissues, like reform,
100%, yeah.
rebuild themselves. But how else would you prevent injuries?
So it's about, I think, training smart, not always hard. So you can split. That's why doing muscle group training is quite beneficial to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So if they'll say, I don't know, back and legs on one day, shoulders and biceps on another, gives those muscles time to recover. Because if you don't, that's when injuries will occur because the muscle just hasn't recovered. So it's very important that you're just getting the right recovery in.
Interesting. Yeah, I feel like rest and recovery is a big thing, isn't it? And obviously we can use supplements to try and help with that, but nothing replaces like real good attention to rest and recovery. Yeah, what would you say is the importance of rest and recovery against training hard? Like, because obviously training hard is so important. Would you say rest is as important, or? I
would say to anyone, if you're even training as an elite or training as a beginner, rest is probably more important than the hard training, because like I say, without you can do all the hard training, but that's not what's going to help with the losing the fat or gaining the muscle. It's the magic happens when you're recovering. So the sleep, massively important, the right nutrition, again, the right supplements. That's where all of the stuff is going to happen. If you're not able to do that, that's when the mind starts to go, you're not seeing the results because the muscles haven't recovered, and that's when you start to get demotivated. So above all else, recovery is the most important, I think.
And hydration, right? That's important, right?
Oh yeah, you need to be hydrated. It's oxygenating the muscles.
Yeah.
Going into the sessions is, and hydrated is, again, with the right supplements, with the right fuels, natural fuels, eating. If you're doing all of those things properly, you'll have the right, I think, energies and things you need for the training.
Nice. So what advice would you give to any man or male that's starting their fitness journey? What would your number one advice be for every beginner?
First, go there to enjoy it. Do it for yourself. That's the most important thing, I'd say. And then besides all of that, focus on the basics. You don't need to go in there and try and be like the biggest guy in the room. You want to train to what caters for you. So start at a level where you're focused on your form, your, again, nutrition, eating the right foods. Again, if the secondary stuff, like I say, the proteins, like the whey proteins and the powders and things like that. And these supplements are great, but they are there to support. You need to make sure that you're not using those as replacements for eating the right foods. So make sure that's happening. Recovery, that's where all the magic happens. Focus on all of that. And yeah, I feel like they're the main things.
So supplements kind of come secondary to nutrition,
Yeah,
exercise and recovery, yeah.
it's kind of like a fast car, but then if you have the right fuel in the car, which is what the supplement is, then you're able to perform even better.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like that analogy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love that.
that's I like to think of that as the right way of thinking about it. If it's not really making sense, I think you can do all of the right things and you can have all the foods, but again, if you have the right secondary supplements, it will help improve that.
Cool. So we sort of covered this, but in terms of like male fitness, specifically male fitness, what role do supplements like sea buckthorn and vitamin C and Shilajit play in like male fitness specifically, just in your opinion?
Massively important, I think. I think they make a massive difference because sea buckthorn, that helps with the immunity. So especially during the winter season, massively important. It can make a massive difference. Again, GYMTIGER provide that.
It's got antioxidant sea buckthorn as well,
yes,
right? Yeah.
Yes. And of course, like I say, with anything related to the gym, the Shilajit is a perfect fuel for that. So it can provide all of the energies, like we've mentioned, the endurance, like we've mentioned, the strength, like we've mentioned, everything you need that will help in the gym.
And what about vitamin C?
That also helps with the immunity.
Yeah.
So again, the vitamin C is perfect.
And I guess fiber, like things like fiber and vitamin C are more general for any gender, really.
Yeah, just for gut health.
Yeah.
Which is all important. When you have all of these things, it makes that perfect balance. Is what, again, no matter if you're a beginner, casual gym goer, or someone who's like a gym rat who's always in the gym, those are the right things. And I feel like if you have that structure with the foods, supplements, and the training, you get the results.
Nice, man. So you've been working out in the gym for like a year and a half, you were saying to me. And before that, you were, remind me.
Middle distance running.
Middle distance running, nice, yeah. So that's quite a transformation journey, I guess, from doing something more like cardio into something more like muscle building, bodybuilding. So you've got your own transformation journey. Are there any other like real world transformation journeys, like maybe like friends or people online that you admire?
Yeah, well, funnily enough, there's another friend of mine who actually was in the same group as me, and after finishing with track, it's kind of like, what do we do next?
Yeah.
The motivation was gone. Didn't really want to leave the house to do anything else. They needed something else to drive them. So I said, hey, look, let's get into this. Let's really work on a goal on building our strength, and seeing what we can do. There's no limits. We can push as hard as we want, and there's no real pressure, because with the running there comes a lot of pressure with it. So then that's what we both worked together in, making sure and seeing, how can we put on the right amount of muscle mass? And what came with that was a lot of trial and error, and just have fun with it. There's no pressure to get these results. We can do it however we want to. Then of course you see the results and it's nice, it makes the difference. And for him, I feel that's what helped. He saw the difference and was like, hey, I've got a hunger for this, let's keep it going.
Yeah, it can be crazy what people can achieve in a short space of time. Like when you say in a year and a half, it's not that long.
Yeah, it's not. That's the thing, that's the power of consistency, I'd say.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. Well, hats off to you anyway for achieving that. So how would you debunk myths around testosterone boosting supplements? I feel like everyone wants to take testosterone these days.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of things that you'll see on like the bottle and the tin is saying, take this and you're gonna be able to grow and be like this. But a lot of it isn't natural. You just don't know what you're putting in your body. But again, I'll say, like, if you have things like this where you're able to take Shilajit, you know it's naturally sourced. So you can take stuff like this and it will give you the fuel that you need. And you can just do it in the natural way and be able to do certain exercises like I was mentioning before, deadlifting, squatting. They all give you your natural sources of testosterone, and eating the right foods can also boost your testosterone as well. So yeah, I don't believe in the behind the counter testosterone stuff, you know, stay away from it. I would stay away from it.
And like not eating ultra processed food as well. Like I feel like eating like natural foods and whole foods can like really help your testosterone, right?
Oh, 100%. And I think what people need to think about is how it affects you long term. So taking these things that are not very natural, they normally do damage your body internally, which in the long run obviously isn't going to work for you, health-wise, training-wise, all of those things. Whereas if you're doing things naturally, just training naturally, eating the right foods, eating the natural foods, the longevity is there, and you'll be able to reach your goals if you're doing the right things.
That's perfect. And sleep plays a part in testosterone, right?
Yeah, massive. Getting the right sleep, I feel like everybody underestimates how important sleep is.
Yeah.
It's like you can have an amazing session, the greatest pump ever, but if you go to sleep at like 3 in the morning and you wake up at 6, you're not going to feel good. And no matter what you take, if you're taking Shilajit, if you're eating the right foods, you need to get the recovery, and sleep is the best natural source for recovering. That's again where the magic happens. So make sure you're getting good sleep.
Yeah, I always feel more sore after like having no sleep. Even though you do the
Exactly.
same workout, but you always feel a bit more sore like the day after you don't have sleep. So interesting, man. So what do you think about vegan protein supplements versus like whey or animal-based protein supplements? What's your opinion about that? Obviously there's ethical reasons to have vegan, but what would you say? Yeah, what do you think?
I think, honestly, both of them work.
Okay.
I don't feel like there's any one better than the other. Again, it depends on the individual, I think. Like you said, the ethical things. If you're doing the things correctly, there's no reason why you can't do either. They'll both give you the results that you need. That's how I like to think about it, yeah.
Yeah, that's a solid answer. So basically both of them work, as long as you use them like... So what mistakes do men often make when it comes to supplements?
I think heavily over-relying on it, using that as a meal replacement, which is never the right thing to do. You take it alongside eating the right foods, and taking the wrong supplements, which aren't necessarily the natural ones, which is, again, for longevity, for giving you the right results, I feel you need to be taking the natural things again. So you have the Shilajit, again, which is well known for being a natural source. So use this. You don't need to be going and taking all of these crazy things you'll see online, because that's the thing, a lot of people will go off of what they see online. Online can be dangerous in ways, because you'll see your favorite influencer and they're like jacked, they're massive, and they could be promoting things that are not necessarily natural. Again, in the long run, it's not good, because they will damage in the long run. But again, I'll show you again, the natural stuff, GYMTIGER provide it, Shilajit, all the energy, it'll give you the strength that you need. That will go a lot further than taking things that are branded but not necessarily the cleanest of things to be taking.
Yeah, and GYMTIGER's one is like really pure as well.
Exactly.
I think that's the problem with a lot of supplements, is that they just contain loads of fillers and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's the thing,
contain things you just don't really want in your body. Like you say, I think you're right, that is one of the biggest mistakes people make, is just you buy the generic one from the top of the shelf, not actually looking at what percentage the purity is and stuff like that, right? And that's it's really good to know that like you're in good hands with that.
So I'm pretty sure this is in 80% as well, 80% of...
I believe so, yeah, but over 80% purity, so that's...
Exactly, so...
like fulvic acid.
Yes, so the purer the better. That's how you'll get the best results.
Yeah.
For longevity and for results.
And you can overdose, right, as well, on supplements?
Oh, exactly, yeah. Even things like creatine, you can take that. That's like water retention and things like that.
So you can take too much creatine?
Yes, so then you can get bloated stomach and you won't feel good. It's not going to help, because that also is another way of boosting your performances in the gym, but it won't necessarily help if you take too much. Same goes for this as well, natural source, but even if you take too much of this, so like I showed you the first time, I'll show you again. I feel like if you're able to take, I would say around, honestly, something like this
couple mils.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Around this much.
You can kind of ease into it, can't you?
Yeah,
take
exactly.
a little bit at the start and then...
Let your body get used to it again, 1 to 2 weeks, but you don't want much more than this, because that's when the side effects could kick in, but ease into it and again, you'll see the results.
Nice, man. I feel like I'm getting my head around supplements now. So I've got some quick fire questions for you. I'm going to get you to rate them 1 to 10.
Okay, one being good or one being
so
bad?
Good,
Okay.
10 being great, right, or the
Fine.
best. I feel like you've mentioned a few of these things already, but you just got to humour me, right? So squats 1 to 10.
10. 10 being very good. Yeah, I think squats, because again, it's one of the main fundamental exercises. Engages a lot of core muscles and using muscles that you probably won't really realize that you actually use. So I'll definitely put that as a high 10.
Yeah, and deadlifts?
Deadlifts, again, I'll give that a solid 10 as well, because again, it's a key fundamental exercise and you're able to engage a lot of the core muscles and big muscle groups. And again, a massive and natural source of testosterone, which not many people know about. So I'll definitely put that as a 10.
Can deadlifts be dangerous though, like if you don't do them properly?
Yes, I'd say for any exercise that you do, especially this goes for the beginners now, I'd say any exercise that you do, if the technique isn't correct, you're just asking to walk into an injury. So if you see the biggest guy struggling, picking up the dumbbell like that, it's like, oh, it looks good, but are they actually doing it properly when the biceps should be isolated when you're lifting?
So start light and then...
Yes, and build up to it.
That's why progressive overload.
Exactly.
There we go.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm learning. Okay, cardio for muscle gain.
For muscle gain, I'll put that as a 4.
Okay.
A 4, if we're talking muscle mass, I'm going to put that as a 4.
Yeah.
Only because cardio is you constantly using a different energy type completely. So that's more like you doing all your running and your biking. That may tone the muscle, but it's not going to help the muscle grow. That's
because you
more
always see cyclists with like massive calves.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, are they just doing calf workouts as well?
That's the thing. But even with that, even with biking, what a lot of people won't realise is all the things they're doing behind the scenes of doing the cycling. So they'll be on their bike, but they'll be able to mess around with the resistance. So that resistance will be very high. So they're able to get those massive legs. And then they'll be doing, I'm telling you, they'll be doing their key exercises, their deadlifts, the squats, all of those things.
Nice. Protein shakes versus real food, or protein shakes over real fruit food?
Real food. Real food takes the win, I think. Real food takes the win. Again,
should give it a 1.
Yeah. Oh,
protein. I don't know though, because they're quite good.
Again, I would say depending on the ones you're using, again that can use that as the fuel alongside the natural foods and good eating, and then you'll get even better results.
Fat burners. Rating. Give them a rating.
No, -1. -1.
Yeah.
A lot of these things they'll say on the tin, like, take this and you're going to lose 10 pounds in a week, but it's just not realistic. Again, I just feel like once people have in their heads and have the mentality of long-term training will get you the results, there's no secret. There's no secret. You just do the training, be consistent, and you will see the results. A lot of these things that are saying you can get results in such a short time, it's just not going to help. It's even things like the Shilajit, taking this, you will see the results, but not straight away. You have to keep taking it. Give it a week or 2 weeks, then you start to see the results. The same applies to training. I say again, you'll feel the difference after 2 weeks, then you see the difference after 4 weeks. It's all in for the long game.
Yeah,
I think once people realise that, I feel like the mindset will change a little bit. Don't just always assume that on what it says on the tin, I'll be ready to lose weight in a week. I was like a stone in a week. It's not possible. Don't believe it.
So, Shilajit for energy and recovery. You got to say
again.
10. You got to say 10, by the way, Dan.
Again, I'll give this a 10. If you're serious about the training, and especially, and this can apply to anyone. Again, if you're training as an elite, if you're always in the gym, a gym rat, just starting, a casual, use it because it will help towards, again, the energy, which is important going into the gym, especially after working your 9 till 5s. If you have your children, any of those kind of things, it will help. The strength in the gym, it will work towards, again, building towards your personal best. There's so many benefits to it, so definitely give it a shot. It's definitely worth trying.
That a 10. I'm going to give it a 10 as well. So I've been using it recently, so it's definitely working for me. Okay, so what about pre-workout supplements for motivation? What would you give that?
I'll give that a 7. I will
Okay,
give it
yeah.
a 7 just because I only rate it down a little bit because you shouldn't have to rely on it to want to train. Like you should always feel the need to train. It will help give you that bit of boost. Again, I'm going to keep bringing it up. This will give you that energy source you need. Because again, you can take this as a pre-workout in a way because you can have this first thing in the morning with your, again, hot drink, with your tea before you go and train. So this can also act as your pre-workout.
Do you have another pre-workout that you take? Or like sometimes some people have a pre-workout meal, don't they? Like they call it their pre-workout. And it's
Yeah,
like-
so for me, I have like, I always go by the colourful foods are the best ones.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
so I like to have a lot of fruit before I train. Again, it's a natural source of energy. Again, you can have the Shilajit, natural source of energy. Bananas, I normally like to have that bit of orange juice because you have that vitamin C as well. Which, again, if you're looking for pure vitamin C, GYMTIGER do provide that. Sea buckthorn.
Nice.
Yeah.
Consistency versus intensity training, or consistency over intensity, 1 to 10, what would you say?
Consistency over intensity, I think wins. I think that's massively important. I'll give that a 9.
Yeah?
Because you can have days where you're just not feeling it and you've had to fight yourself to get to the gym. But that's a massive win, just being able to do that rather than just not turning up or just doing an intense session but having like 3 days off because you're so tired. But if you're able to consistently build steady, oh, you're at a level where, oh, I've lost that much weight, oh, I've gained that much muscle. And that comes with the consistency. So I definitely put consistency over intensity.
And home workouts over gym workouts?
For me personally, I put gym first,
Okay.
only because of the resources that oh my goodness, sorry, that are at the gym. I like to use the things that are there, but home workouts can work just as well if you're not able to access a gym. Again, we spoke about it earlier. Circuit training, you can do that anywhere. Quick, take 20 minutes tops to get that done.
Yeah.
But I would put, for my personal preference, gym over home workouts.
So you give it like a 4, like it's not equal, it's a bit less than equal basically.
Yeah.
Gym.
If I can help it, I will
It's
go
access
to the
to
gym.
like the machines and stuff.
Exactly.
Isn't it? That really benefits people in the gym. And what about rest days? 110.
11. I
Yeah.
give it an 11. Yeah.
There you go.
Again, I'll always say it. That is where the magic happens. The recovery is the most important thing. I'll give 60% to 40%. Intensity and the training is great, but without the recovery, you're not going to see the results. So please make sure you give yourself the recovery. I put that as an 11.
Guys,
Massively
11.
important.
How about creatine?
It does help. I'll give creatine a solid 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because taking it again with the similar to taking the Shilajit, give it a couple of weeks with the water retention, it will make you seem a bit fuller, which is great for, you know, aesthetics and stuff. But in terms of performance, again, a couple of weeks time, you'll start to notice you feel a lot stronger and you just perform a lot better overall in the gym, which is obviously a positive thing.
Nice. And what would you give sea buckthorn and vitamin C out of 10?
So I'll also give that a solid 9, 10. Give that a 10. Again, naturally sourced, easy to access. Again, GYMTIGER provide it alongside the Shilajit, because the sea buckthorn also has the vitamin C inside, so you're able to get the vitamins out of that.
Because GYMTIGER provides sea buckthorn as well as Shilajit.
Exactly, yes.
And vitamin C supplements, yeah.
So you're able to get those vitamins. Again, it helps with the immunity, and then stacking that along with this makes a massive difference.
Yeah. So I'm interested to get your next one on this. Protein powders. What do you reckon? 1 out of 10.
Protein
Out of
powders, I'll give that an...
That's a hard one, right?
Because I don't want to say that it's amazing, because you shouldn't rely on it. I think just for sake of, for this podcast to say I'm promoting natural sources, I would say giving it a 5. I'm going to put that at a 5. It's not that important. I think the natural sources are a lot more important than just seeing a powder say you're going to build this amount of muscle in this amount of time if you take this powder.
And if you're not, I guess if you're not vegan as well, isn't there something to be said about eating like animal products and being able to build more muscle from that than protein powders?
And that's the thing, 'cause it has those natural sources of protein. So you're able
to amino acids or something like that.
Yeah, along those. Yeah. So if you're able to get all of that in, that provides more beneficial things for your body, with energy, the protein which your body needs to take in, natural calorie sources, all much better than having just powder.
So give me a rating from 1 to 10 about your dance moves after leg day.
Well, I can pop and lock, if I'm shaking, my legs are shaking, maybe a 9 for me, a solid 9.
Yeah?
After a solid leg day.
Dance moves after leg day.
But don't go in for too long because you're going to give way, skanky leg, fall down, it's over.
I feel like if you're going to go to any kind of like club or any kind of like festival, you want to not do leg day anywhere, anywhere near that.
Just do upper.
Yeah,
throw it all out the window, the routine goes out the window, just do upper.
Coffee over pre-workouts?
Pre-workout over coffee.
Yeah, so you reckon that's like a 2 or a 3? Or?
Yeah, I'll give that a 2.
Yeah?
2.
Yeah, because like you say, coffee you can crash, can't you?
That's the thing.
The natural stuff.
But again, you've got the natural stuff. You don't need to have any of that. You can literally have this in the mornings, natural sources. This will give you the energy you need. I think this acts as a pre-workout. You can have this. You don't need to be having all that coffee because again, like you said, caffeine, you will eventually crash. Yeah. That's how I would think about it.
What about sweat stains?
Inevitable. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I like to think it's a sign of hard work. Obviously not when you're out in public and walking around, but if you're in the gym, you can sweat all you like. You know, it happens.
Shows you've actually put in the work.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah. This is a hard one.
Go on.
Skipping a workout to have a pizza or a Deliveroo or whatever. 1 in 10.
Okay. That is a -10. You can't skip workouts, guys. Stick to the routine. If you stick to the routine and wait until your recovery day, you can have your rest days. I like to think if you can train a minimum of 3 days a week, or 1 or 2 of those days, you can treat them as cheat days. Okay, so that's when you can have your Deliveroo. You can get your Turkish food. You can bring that in.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting tonight.
Yeah. See, then treat yourself to those meals. But whilst you're training, don't jeopardize your training and hard work just to have one like cheeky cheat meal. You can feel like you've earned it, and mentally you'll feel a lot better if you're able to stick to your normal routine. Yeah. So I'll give that a -11.
Yeah. So when you're like on holiday or whatever, would you just keep up the workouts, keep up the consistency? Like
it's very hard to. I mean, especially if you're with a partner, for example, and they just want you to switch off.
Yeah.
Come on, spend time with us now. You don't need to go to the gym, but for some of us, it's like a lifestyle.
Yeah.
So again, if you're on holiday and you don't necessarily have the gym, again, you can cater with home workouts, circuit training, amazing. If you can't access the gym, the next best thing for me personally, if you're short on time and all of those kind of things, or on holiday, home workouts, circuit training works out best, I'd say.
Nice. Well, Dereece, that's all the questions I have for you today. We're going to chat about some more stuff, but thank you very much for sharing your expertise. I feel like I've learned a lot from you about like training and supplements. I feel like we talked a lot about Shilajit and how it can benefit us and really give us like the energy we need to push forward, especially for beginners as well. I feel like it can really benefit beginners because you do need that get up and go to get you into the position. Like obviously for you now, you're in the routine, so it's kind of easy to, not easy for you, but it's like easier for you because you have the experience.
No, you're right.
Because you have the foundational like strength that you can use, and you have that energy that's been building naturally over a year and a half, like you're saying, and from your previous training. But I feel like, is there anything that you would like to say to the audience, to the people listening and watching at home, just like your last like words of advice to beginners and to intermediates as well, that are starting or in the middle of their fitness journey?
I would say just enjoy what you're doing. don't give up. You're gonna have days where you feel not so great. You're not necessarily always gonna be hitting your personal best, and you don't always have to be the biggest person in the room, but just enjoy what you're doing, enjoy socializing, enjoy being around people and learning from others. Take your time, focus on yourself, take the right things, eat the right things, look after your body, look after your health, look after your head, and then the rest follows. Get yourself into a nice routine. Once you have that routine, things will get a lot easier. So just trust in yourself, trust the process, and yeah, I think that's
I love that.
points.
I love that, Dereece. Thank you very much. And yeah, from all of us at Gym Tiger, remember to stay consistent. There is no quick fix in this game, 100%. Make sure you take some Shilajit. Go and buy yourself some Shilajit online.
Great stuff, guys.
And let us know, let us know in the comments of these videos how Shilajit has changed your performance. It's worked for me, it's worked for Dereece.
Yep.
Much love for listening, everyone.